What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get into it. Listen, if people want to, make requests and all that, I don't do requests. I do. You can suggest some things, but I'm not obligated to do them. So I tried to tell people before, they didn't seem to kind of, get it. But anyhow, this is the Jadakiss Ignite review. Plus, we're gonna review the Electronica Jay-Z album because that's basically what it was, even though they didn't say that on the cover. Now, let's get into it, shall we? Now, naturally, and I do say naturally, Jadakiss is one of the top rap artists in the world when it comes to lyrical bar for bar. His only problem have been able to contain you for an entire album with just consistency. Most people listen to him and it sounds like a lyricist lounge than an album. Ignatius has finally put him in a place where it's more of a grown-up album out of Jadakiss. This is like a man with kids and and somebody who's really moved on, in his life as far as getting his grown man on. You still had some of your that old remind you I'm still that guy and Hitmaker on that NYB Need Your Best with Ty Dolla $ign. That's like one of my favorite ones on there. It's a lot of songs in here dedicated to the ladies that's probably, in relationship. And that's that growth, that grown man stuff. A lot of it might be a little too much for people, to see him step into this range. And for me, it wasn't. I mean, I was glad to see him step up there. I was checking out the production, and some of the beats he chose was like, okay, I figure that. The John Legend joint, I wasn't kind of feeling. The Closure song. It's a grown man album, so I understand that. But you got songs that's like gonna get you there, like Pearly Gates, Keep It 100, Hunting Season, Catch and Release. Me, even put me on there. They always talking about me. Hey. Hey. My boy like, how you can do everybody's voice, son? You be blowing me, man, with that, man. You be blowing my heart. I be sitting here like, dude, that actually be sounding like, dude, how you be doing it? Oh boy, crazy. No, man. Angels get pedicured with two Chaser. That's my the bartender. He ain't got nothing to do because this, his job closed up. So he's just been sitting back, getting high, listening to some doggone Jadakiss. I'm like, I didn't know you listened to Jadakiss. Yeah, man, I love Kiss. Yeah, I'm a D Block fan. I'm like, wow. Okay, didn't expect that, bartender. Well, anyway. while this whole thing is going down, they had the hunting season with Pusha T, where he's taking a shot at Drake on there, and I'm like, really? Come on, man, that's a lame attempt. Red dot on the head. What are you talking about? Some red dot saved Adidas? Like, come on, man. You're done. If you ain't coming out with no album, go sit down, man. Your activity level is way too low for me, bro. Way too low. Your work ethic is very slow. Now, speaking of slow people, we got Jay Electronica. Nobody has delayed a debut album like this guy. And anybody wanted to know, out of 4 stars, I gave Jada 3 for the album. Oh yeah, the lyrics is fire. Like I said, it was just a little on some grown man stuff. It threw a lot of people off who not used to hearing Jada like that. So Jay Electronica's album with Jay-Z, which is only 10 songs long. So in case anybody was thinking other than a written testimony. Now, everybody's talking about Jay-Z washed up Jay Electronica. I'm like, hell, I think Jay Electronica wrote probably half of what Jay was saying. Jay just rapped it in his way that he wanted to do it. But, come on. We see what this is. You know. I remember he had some out called, what was it, Exhibit C or something? You know, wasn't that, what's one called, Exhibit C? You know, y'all keep up with that. I don't. And it was subpar. Really subpar. So, in my opinion. Now, he had a debut album about to drop on Rock Nation before, and it didn't come out. And everybody's like, man, I thought his album was gonna drop. But it was just no buzz around this dude. You know, every time he got with somebody, this dude been with Erykah Badu. He done had a baby with Erykah Badu. Baby probably finna go to college. His daddy still ain't dropped an album. But he getting checks. He don't never look like he ain't got a meal. And everybody be like, oh, he's my favorite rapper. He the best rapper in the world. I'm like, who? Huh? Jay Electronica. I'm like, when I first heard of him, before dude gave me a whole, like, man, you super nice. You ain't never heard nothing like him. Trust me, he talking that real stuff that they ain't talking about. Wait till, okay, can I play the record? Yeah, okay, play the record. I'm like, Killer Priest said that. First thing I said, first time I ever heard him, I said, Killer Priest said that. Who is this guy? Jay Electronica? Oh, he got to do better. I mean, I can finish half of his bars. And I was like, that ain't good. I'm like, that's not good if I'm sitting here finishing the bar before you do. Then he'll say something, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And he's just saying something that he know the majority of the public don't know about. He'll say a word that's like out of the Quran. And I'm like, it don't even make sense. If you know the word, you can be like, well, that kind of don't make sense. Because if you was following your haram, you wouldn't be doing any of this. So none of that makes sense. But anyway, back to this album. I like the album. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 4. And the reason why I did is because the production on the album and how the album was, set up and delivered, I felt this album was where it needed to be. As far as what I like from hip hop. And Jay had something to say. He had some things to get off his chest. Plus, he could help get Jay Electronica off. Because Jay Electronica is the guy who will put you to sleep on a record. Like, I listen to him and get sleepy. I mean, everybody get my pillow, man. Jay at least got enough bars to articulate it a little bit better, to where you don't get bored. And that's where the skill comes in at. Somebody could say the same things as you, move the same way as you, they can't deliver it like you. The way Jay delivered it, it made you say, okay. I hear that. I get that. Now, everybody else listening to this album, they like, it's alright. It's a 2.5 to me. Half of the songs is okay. Half of the songs are good. It's very rare that both of them were great on the song together. When Jay was whack on the song, Jay Electronica, I felt was a little bit better than him. On the song, and I go, okay, that worked for him. But I wouldn't say Jay washed him completely on the album. It's just that some of the album, they rap. They are two different type of MCs. One. But Jay Electronica is two different type of people. He's the person that he tries to portray to you as the MC, and then he's this other hardcore gangster MC from New York. And that's the guy he could write rhymes for. He could write rhymes for people and do that and jump out of himself. And it seems like he give all the good stuff to them. Because when he tries to rap it or deliver it, it just don't come off right. Now, a written testimony was probably, a good introduction for him. He's going to get overrated reviews for the album. People was like, he used to write for Nas. He wrote this for Nas. It was him who wrote this song. What he said, from a hard place in a rock, from a hard place in a rock to rock nation of Islam, I emerge on the wave that title made to drop bombs. God of Soldier Slim. Oh no, what did he say? Ghost of Soldier Slim. I remember that Detox album that never came out. And Dre, it did come out, as actually was leaked. And it was going to be incredible. And Dre was like, why the hell am I doing all this work? And somebody just leaked half of my project out into the world. And and it's not even engineered, and I'm still working on it, and they already got it, and it's on the streets. Oh, hell no, I ain't doing it. I'm done. So the Detox album was done, and that was a whitewash. But let me explain to you what this whole charade is about. Listen, Jay-Z, for the first time, I told you, for the first time, he has lost the public. This is the first time when he did that NFL deal, he lost the public. It was embarrassing. If you're Jay, you were embarrassed. He was completely embarrassed. He hadn't had this L, big of an L, since Ether. Okay? So, right away, Watch the Throne too. People are nuts. This ain't no watching no Throne. That album was washed anyway too. Went for Otis. But anyhow, I'm getting off point. The point is, Jay was embarrassed. He felt like, man, everybody's saying I'm a phony, I'm a fake. It's true, but nobody's supposed to know this. They're supposed to believe I'm Hove. Like, what is going on here? How did this happen? The NFL, like, look, we thought you the guy that's gonna silence everything. Like, they calling you a fake, a fraud, a sellout. Cap's against you. And you use Cap, and man, he lost the public. And what does he do? He come out on the Nation of Islam tip. Rock Nation of Islam. Okay. Now he with the brothers again. I'm with the most blackest brother, Nation of Islam, J Electronica. That's my brother. Make a couple of songs, then everybody who was kissing up to you, who was dogging you, they come up to you and shake your hand now. Now he part of the nation. This is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But you guys fall for the foolery every time. Now, some of the time, not part-time, all the time. So, that's the gist of what this whole thing about him rapping with Jay Electronica was really about. He wanted to get back out there and say what he had to say about this NFL thing by standing with the Nation of Islam and their rapping member, Jay Electronica, who's really a walking hypocrite if he's talking about going under the life of the nation and the haram and the Quran, because one, they don't like rap. Rapping is basically against the haram. Jay Electronica's a nation member 1 minute. The next minute he's a gangster rapper cursing and doing all the kind of craziness. So who are you? He's stuck in two worlds serving two masters. And I don't remember anybody saying the great late Elijah Muhammad was the God that we need to worship. I don't remember God ever telling us that. I don't remember the Quran telling us anything about him or Farad Muhammad. So to have to mention his name and say he taught us and he taught us and he taught us, and giving him more praise than the actual person you're supposed to be praising. To me, it's a little backwards. And it's very confusing. But anyway, thanks for your time. Don't forget to hit my Cash App up and donate to the page. I appreciate all the love and support. Carceno's the name on that Cash App, Karceno. And you can always join my Patreon. It's Carceno for Life. Thank you guys. I'm out.